Hi there, Aries. It's Jen here. I'm doing your 2021 overview reading. So I have some messages I got from meditation, and then we're going to jump into the cards. So thanks for joining me. The first message I got, it didn't sound as negative to me as I think it will when I read it, but it could even be more about who would say this phrase than actually the phrase itself as well. So I heard somebody's going to get a taste of their own medicine. And so, which I mean, if someone's a jerk, I mean, that might be great. And hopefully they learn from it. Um, but I feel like that's something a grandparent or an aunt or um, your father, whoever, that may trigger for some of you. So if it triggers someone that's passed, that they're around, right? That's their way of getting a message to you, or or you may be spending time with the person or getting to see the person that says that saying. And this person may be a character. I feel like for some of you, they've already passed though, that they're not still here. That they may have had lots of sayings, lots of, um, just isms, and they were just a character and the type of person that you talk about and comes up so naturally with these funny things when you're celebrating the holidays together. Their spirit's always there because they are just such characters. And I did see, so I really didn't get the feeling. For some of you, what I saw was that an older family member, this is different from this one, needs to maybe go into an assisted living. And that's something that you, and if you have a significant other, are going to have to, I keep saying going to have to come to terms with. And it's just, once it happens, it's going to be the best for everyone. It's just hard. I mean, come on. I can't even. I haven't had to go there yet, but um, I can imagine though how tough that is and how many feelings you must go through. But in the end, you're going to know they're safer and happier, and it's a blessing. They may really come to life actually moving there because it's easier to socialize, and they're not, there are crafts or things they like to do when they were younger, and people with shared experiences. So it's interesting that shared experiences just came up because I got that this year would create a shared experience, or someone that you've had a shared experience with will come back. So I can think of, this has happened to me a couple times. I mean, there are people from my childhood, but this has happened to me a couple times at work. I've been slated to work intensively on a project with someone else and spent like months in a conference room, like the whole days would go by together working on this project. And usually other management or upper management is making things more difficult than it has to be. I don't know. So I just, again, see you creating that type of, I don't see it as a negative thing, but I do see vulnerability this year. So real raw heart to heart talks that really create, so instead of a shared experience, a shared understanding and where each other's coming from. So I do see also for this person that's no longer in their home, if they go to assisted living, or maybe this person that passed. I just see this as already happening. Maybe, I don't know, they didn't have a good will, they couldn't find the will, something really fucking annoying like that happens, and it has to go to probate, or there's been a delay, and this year you're finally going to be able to get into the house or the apartment or the store, whatever, and start cleaning it out. And this person may have been a bit of a collector or a clutter bug. So I see a lot of stuff to go through. They may have collected things like angels or figurines or plates or bottle caps or coin. Like, I have no idea. Could be anything. So uh, don't let what I said limit you. You may want to check online. Some of that shit may be worth something. You'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. Don't assume um, that it's junk. In fact, you may find something of pretty impressive value. But I see you going through a lot of old photos, and um, I don't know. Yeah, I think it will be daunting, yet there will be these windows that are really nice. So, did I talk about Alzheimer's yet? Because I started your reading and I had to start over this part. Now I can't remember which one I saw and what. So I do see if someone in your life has some sort of dementia, having a window with them, and I think that's what they call them. If you've ever been around someone with Alzheimer's, they tend to get in these looping. They just tell that they skip, and they just kind of go from one loop to the next, and they'll ask the same question over and over again for hours. I mean, but every once in a while, there are these windows, and I feel like you're going to get a window that's really going to be everything for you. So this could be something to do, doesn't have anything to do with someone with Alzheimer's. It could just be a connection with someone, but it's fleeting. So if you have someone with a really hard nature, and you may see this vulnerability, this window into them of why they're that way, but then, I mean, it's put right back up, and it's kind of sucks, because you're like, if they could just soften a little, things would be great, but they're so committed to protecting themselves because of something. So it could be something to do with the military. I'm thinking talk about a shared experience that you can't really chip through to it, and that's a bummer. But you'll be grateful and cherish that glimpse you get. So I also see. I'm sorry, I'm getting so confused. I do so many readings, and then I forget especially when I already did started this part. But it's one drop, the ripple effect, so a series of events, it's like a Three of Cups energy for me. That you may accept an invitation. Unless it's unsafe, obviously. But you can even do things like this online. If someone's like, hey, let's have a happy hour. Come on, we're just going to get on Zoom. And then you're like, oh, it's stupid. I don't want to do that. But you may want to accept these types of invitations, because to me, even if you can't point back to the main thing happening at that event, it's the seed. It's the seed of something to come, where you'll later go, if I had never done that, then this wouldn't have happened, and I wouldn't have ever have ended up meeting this person, or being here, having this opportunity, or whatever, having this shared experience. I do see, for some of you, you may have a meddling family member on someone's side if you're a couple. I see you just putting your foot down and saying enough is enough. And it may, people like that do not like boundaries at all. They like their boundaries, but they don't respect anyone else's boundaries. So be prepared for a temper tantrum and a lot of drama, but I think it will. If you think about it that way, you won't get as sucked in and just say, "Yep," just like a kid. "Yep, they're having their temper tantrum." Sucks. I'm so sorry. I had that happen. It's one of the many reasons I'm not married. So this card is the underlying energy. Oh, that's coming in. So Seven of Wands, that's very much like what I was just talking about. So maybe this was something that happened in 2020, that you had to, somebody's going to get a taste of their own medicine. That you have to um, set up some boundaries, and you're like, I'm not going to get sucked in. I'm not doing the wrong thing. I'm going to stay centered. I'm going to stay grounded. I'm putting a bubble of protection around me. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to not allow that negative energy to seep into me and let their bad behavior ruin my vibe. I love this as a foundation card, actually. It's very healthy. It's very self-care oriented. Because the Nine of Swords. So this is something that you've spent time stressing about that's kept you up at night. This, it could be, it doesn't have to be a meddling family member. It could be at work. It could be in a group of friends. It could be wherever, right? That you would allow it to keep you up and worry that you didn't want to cause waves, you didn't want to cause trouble, you didn't want to get in the middle. And sometimes you just have to say, this person is just toxic enough and motivated that I've met people like this that they just don't stop. And the more they sense you want them to stop, it's like energy. It just fuels their obsession or whatever it is. Oh dear. Three of Swords. What the fuck, Aries? Yeah, this is heartache, jealousy. This literally could be careful. You might want to get, if your blood pressure's creeping up or something, or you're like, make sure you're being heart healthy this year. Maybe for you, if it's a relationship that's ended, maybe you're somehow getting the blame, or it was a toxic enough situation where you just are so uncentered because of it that they got you thinking everything was your fault, and you tried to control everything to walk on eggshells around this person. It almost, to me, seems like a childhood thing, perhaps. So something that you carry, some codependency or something. If you're being triggered about that, but see, I see you getting it this time and being like, oh yeah, okay, here's that trigger. This is what I do. And being able to see it and protect yourself and talk yourself through it because you see it for what it is. What's this card? Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're getting someone just if you're dating someone, once they sleep with you, they're going to be fucking gone. It's going to break your heart. Maybe you even took it slow with them. But still, once they got what they were after, they ghost you. They're gone. I see you going back to, so any sort of betrayal or any sort of anxiety, you're learning to not take on that type of stress. And even thinking, I hear ignorance is bliss, and but I see you saying it, and I don't even want to know. I don't I don't want to know what the gossip is at work unless I need to know something. There's some fact behind it, some real fact behind it. If it's just people's opinions or whatever their issue, whatever they're doing, you don't even want to know, because all it does is stress you out, and it makes literally no difference. It's kind of, what is that? Wayne Dyer. What someone else thinks about you is none of your business. It's really, he was so amazing. I mean, it really is a great way to look at it, because it's their opinion. So unless they're going to bring a piece of evidence that shows that something's truly amiss, lots of that crap is just background anxiety we carry for that does us no good. What's going on in the career sector? Okay, so there's strife and competition, and this could be coming from at work. There may be some catty bitches, which can be of any gender. Seven of Wands again. Being an island coming in, keeping your head down, doing your job, keeping it professional, not sharing with others. I see maybe you've regretted sharing things, like these people haven't been good stewards of any sort of vulnerability you've shown, opening up. And unfortunately, I mean, I wouldn't beat yourself up about it. I don't know. You can't control what other people do, but you are realizing, I see you kind of, but I see it, it sounds negative, but I don't see it as being negative. I see it as beautiful self-care, that you realize, okay, in some situation I'm in right now, this isn't a supportive environment, and these people don't have my back. And so I know not to overshare with them, and just keeping things in. But I think it's okay, because why do you have to share? I mean, seek out your people you trust to share things with. I also see you stating a case and maybe pissing other people off, because maybe you have facts about work that they aren't pulling their weight, or whatever, some error, something that's going on, and you just have to, hey, it's my job to do the right thing. It's not my job to protect you. And this is affecting everyone, and it's affecting the company, and and so that causes some strife, and maybe people gang up on you because, they're slackers or something. But just stating the facts, not getting defensive. 10 of Cups, happily ever after. This is going to serve you very well. This Seven of Wands, this centeredness, this leaving drama, not getting involved in drama, not keeping drama going in your head, really working on emptying those thoughts, replacing any of that negative self-talk with something different, with something positive. You can even have a greatest hits, okay, I'm going somewhere negative. Let's remember this vacation. Start describing the vacation to yourself, just to get your brain off. So it's interesting. We have that theme of cycling stories and events, right? So this is romance. Five of Wands. Huh. So you may be getting it from all sides. Maybe that's it. You're just like, oh my God, it's coming at me from home. my friends and work or something. What the hell is going on? Because look, she's sorry for the. She's just like, oh my God, just stop it. But I see it more and less hurtful pain and more just, I can't freaking deal with it. Oh my God, people just, it's enough, just stop. But then I think you realize, so maybe you're the one that wants to get on the motorcycle and run away. So yeah, just a lot of tension. Four of Pentacles. This is telling you to have strong boundaries. This is telling, to me, this is telling me just to check the bank accounts. Make sure you know where all your assets are. Maybe do a credit check to make sure there's nothing funky on there. Like somehow someone opened a credit card. And I would think this wouldn't be someone you know. This would be like a cyber identity thing. Whoops. The Four of Pentacles is also a card about boundaries, and I see this whole reading this year about being about boundaries. Page of Swords, boundaries, but how to create boundaries and be at peace with it and still be at peace. You want to bring about more peace, because the five of Wands is petty bullshit. It's just bickering, and maybe you have different political views in your family or something, and you're just so sick of it. you're just so sick of all the drama. So if you had any drama queen in you, you're gonna see that your happily ever after is boundaries and just not getting sucked in. The Page of Swords up here, you may meet someone texting, online. You may start some sort of online business or side hustle or full-on hustle business, your full career. And maybe you meet this person through that. Maybe a consultant comes in. Maybe the company is just, or the department, the office is just sort of a hot mess, and a consultant comes in. And for some of you, this could be somehow because of this drama happening at work, that is how you meet. I can see that being a path for meeting someone if you're single and looking, or dating and looking. Maybe you feel like you're the only two, so this could be the shared experience. Maybe you feel like you're the only two sane people in the office. And so you bond with this person that way because everyone else is just off the chain, and including the manager. And so maybe this consultant really figures out that you two are the ones that are the voice of reason, and there's some sort of connection. Maybe the consultant wants you to become a consultant at their company. And that's somehow how that ripple effect's going to happen. So I feel like I just see you being really balanced, zen, tactful, staying above the fray, more mature even. But I feel it's I don't know. I like it though so much. I just love this image for you guys. Just being protective and working on yourself and your sanity and your mental health and your physical health and your psychic abilities, and even tapping into people who have passed, connecting with them, and just seeing the mundane drama for what it is. And it's not that you're, oh, I'm woke, I've become spiritual. Because you won't feel the need to make declarations like that or anymore or whatever. You don't feel the need to tell everyone how much yoga you do or that you meditate. Like, it's something that's going to be for you, more of a private relationship with your help with yourself. um, and it's almost like a sacred thing between you and yourself that I mean, if someone flat out asked you or a really close friend, you might share, but it's not something you're going to feel the need to share, because it's your own special superpower and happily ever after, and you just changes everything. Interesting reading Aries, very different than um, the other signs, but really awesome. Like one of the best readings, to be honest. I hope you have an amazing 2021. Thanks for watching.